Hi, everyone, and welcome to Behind the Body.
Hi.
Today, we're going to talk about how to speed up muscle growth, or really like how to optimize changing your body composition. And by body composition, we mean like a combination of losing fat and also building muscle. And I think this is important because a lot of people are like, I want to lose weight and I want to be skinny, I want to be thin. But I say it all the time, like, what you really want is to like have this body that you have in your mind. And for many of us, especially as we get older, like in our 30s and 40s, that is not just taking Ozempic or going on a crash diet and getting skinny. It's building some muscle and having some shape to your body.
Exactly, because I think sometimes people have on mind like, oh no, if my scale going down, that means I'm getting the results that I'm looking for, or that I'm gonna get the body that I'm dream to have. But that is not the truth. We can see now like a lot of people using Ozempic, and you can see how the body is actually looking like. And it's a perfect example to say, yeah, you are losing weight, but you are losing muscle. And at the end of the day, at least people who I know is getting like a little bit self-conscious about the way that they look, even they lost weight.
Yeah.
So it's when I always say like, now you need to focus on building some muscle and forget about the scale, because of course they're gonna go up, but you're gonna see that it's not actually about the number there, but it's more about the way that you look, the way that you feel.
100%. And you can even lose fat, build muscle, the scale goes up a couple pounds, but your clothes fit better.
That is the point.
That is the point. That is a good feeling. The scale is such a poor measure of progress when it comes to that. And I think we've all heard the term skinny fat. And I feel like, not that anybody on Ozempic or everyone on Ozempic is skinny fat, but I know what you mean when you start to see these people and they just look like they're deteriorating,
Yeah.
They just look like they are small shells of a body with like no definition, no structure. They're just thin and soft. And I don't really think that that's a look that most people strive for when they want to change their body composition, when they want to lose fat.
100%. Recently, most of my clients, they are now like overweight, but the body composition is not in the best way. That means the body fat is too high, the muscle is too low, and all these come from the wrong habits. When you don't eat the right food, when you don't exercise, when you're just starving yourself. Not that I'm against to anything or Ozempic or whatever, but I think people is still looking for the fast fix instead to realize that it's a life change, it's a habit change. So,
and everything we're going to talk about can also apply to people who are taking Ozempic.
Oh yeah,
it really applies to anybody.
You can do it and building muscle at the same time. I think the most important is, okay, you want to drop fat and you want to lose weight, but you have some hard time with food, you eat more than you should, you cannot control, you're anxious. A lot of things can make you eat more than you need it or you should. So the Ozempic is very welcome. Since you know what you want and you work not only and have the Ozempic, but also to work out, to eat protein, to eat good carbs and everything.
Yeah.
That together is gonna make you change your body composition.
100%. So we've come up with 5 different things to do, strategies, areas of focus that will help you maximize your fat loss and also change your body composition. And of course, there are probably many that we could fit into this category, but I think these top 5 are really like all encompassing and make it, if you follow these 5 things, if you do all of these 5 things, you will expedite your goal. The first thing is consistency in the gym. And what we mean by this is consistency in the number of days that you go a week, the number of weeks that you go in a month, the number of months you go consecutively, and also exercises that you do in the gym. So consistency with these exercises.
Yeah, because what I see around is people who want results. So on the first week, they go every day. On the second week, they go 3 times. On the third week, they go in one time. And when they there, they doing like the full body workout. Or they go and do like 2 hours of cardio and then they lift, and the other day they are super sore and then they take a break from the gym. I have been using more the work is more instead to work hard, because I'm from the old school style bodybuilding that when we had in our mind you need to work harder. Hard work pays off. It was everything about hard.
My workout with you today was very, very hard.
But it was
It was
also
very
smart.
It was very smart, but it was really hard too.
Because you work out for an hour.
Yeah.
And when you left, your glutes were destroyed.
Yes.
I see girls at the gym for 2 hours.
I know.
Working hard that not gonna feel the same way
Yes.
that you did. So that is very important. So if you are new in all this, I would recommend you hire someone who can guidance you and help you to optimize your time.
And also somebody who holds you accountable for showing up to the gym, because like you said, after New Year's Day, you know, in January is a perfect example. The gym will be packed, or
Oh my God.
as it's transitioning from spring to summer, when it
Yeah.
starts to get a little warm, the gym is packed because everybody wants to make these changes. Everybody wants to start off the season or the year with these good habits and making the changes that they need to change. But like as the weeks progress, the parking lot gets emptier and emptier and emptier. And it's easy to fall off. It's
Yeah.
easy to have competing priorities. And you're like, oh, shoot, I can't make it today. But, you know, I'll make it this weekend. And then something comes up this weekend. And you're like, oh, man, no, I want to go to this party. So I can't make it.
And other thing that I think is the most hard thing during the process is when you go, even if you're not seeing the changes. Go, even you feel like, oh, I'm not getting the results that I'm working for, because your body needs a time to, adapt it. The process took your entire life eating whatever, don't doing any exercise. You're not gonna get results in a week.
Well, and also, if you're new or if you're just getting back into a workout routine, a lot of people don't consider it, but it's a stress on your body.
Yeah.
Your body is stressed out. It's wondering what's happening. It needs recovery. It needs extra fuel and food and water and rest and all the things. And it could actually make the scale go up. And you're thinking, I'm spending all this time at the gym, doing all this work, and I'm not getting the results. But your body needs time to adapt. Like, our bodies are so amazing. We expect a lot from them, but we should also give it a little bit of patience and grace.
And I think a good tip if you are like a beginner, if you want to start, you don't know how, you have a crazy life. If you're not doing anything, start with 3 times a week at the gym. 2 times doing cardio outside, because then your body gonna get used it. You're gonna feel happy or being consistent, because sometimes you try to come like not doing anything to go in your mind, I'm gonna work out 6 times a week, and as soon life start to hit you and you start not going, you stop to go because you feel like you're not able to keep it up, and that is not true. Maybe you're gonna need a time to make that something that you like to do, A, because you have results, and B, because right after the workout you're gonna feel better. But it's everything is start on your mind, and you need to work like, okay, I'm gonna go if I'm tired. I'm gonna go even I don't want to go.
Or even if you're like, and I like what you said about not setting too high of a goal or expectation. Like, people want to like run out the gate and be like, yes, 6 times of the week or 5 days a week, I'm going to be at the gym. But like, it's okay to say, I'm going to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's what I will commit to. Or I'm going to go Saturday and Sunday. Like, that's what I can commit to begin with. And something is exponentially better than nothing. So if you go to the gym Saturday and Sunday and do workouts, your body, of course, absolutely will transition. Like, you will start to change your body. Now, will it be as fast as if you were going 5 days a week? Well, maybe not, especially if you're not doing these 4 other things that we'll talk about, but you can absolutely make progress.
Yeah, and you can still have, like, for example, if I have a client that she only can go to the gym like 2 times or 3 times, I'm gonna design a workout plan where she gonna work all her muscle on those 3 days. And of course, different in Andrea that has an hour 15 minutes of workout, sometimes an hour
Sometimes an hour and
minutes.
40 minutes.
She's gonna need to be more time at the gym.
But the thing about my hour, and let's say it was like an hour and 30 minutes I worked out today, it's because I had some extra time. So if I have extra time today, which I don't always have extra time to stay and do a couple more exercises, I'm going to do it. But it's like finding those little windows of opportunity.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The second thing that goes into this number 1 is consistency in the exercises. And I feel like this is a big one because we are all prone to, and especially if we enjoy health and fitness, we're prone to following influencers on Instagram or TikTok that are showing us different workouts and exercises and seemingly switching it up all the time. And that's not effective. And people always ask me, like, why don't you post more of your workouts like on Instagram? Like, why don't you ever like show what you're doing? And the reason I don't is because it's boring. Because I literally do the exact workouts. I mean, with a few variations, but almost every single workout. There's nothing really new or exciting to share, so I don't. And so when you're seeing these influencers who are doing all these different workouts, like, and they look amazing, like that's just not the case. That's just not how it works. So
they need to engage.
Some things could be true. They just need the engagement, so they're just doing different exercises and filming it in the gym, which we see this at our gym where people will go do 10 reps of one exercise and film it and then move to a completely different machine and do same thing. So we see this, the Instagram, influencers in the wild.
Yeah.
But doing these exercises, the core basic exercises, consistently, time over time, day after day, week after week, is going to be the key to success for a number of different reasons. And you can speak as to this as a trainer.
Yeah, well, I would say that is very important. And I always try to explain to my clients how the muscle grow. Because, okay, maybe a beginner, you have no idea, but knowledge is freedom. In order to our muscle grow, we need to, I'm going to put in the words to try to explain. You need to break the muscle so the muscle is going to heal it. And on the healing process, they're going to grow. So that means you go to the gym. And for example, what Andrea was telling about her workout. Every time that we do glutes, we're going to do hip thrust. Sometimes we're going to do on machines. Sometimes we're going to do on the free bar. Sometimes we're going to do with band. Sometimes we're going to superset it. The dynamic is always different. But it's a very important workout for the glutes in the general. But the only way her glutes grow from the exercise is to she go intense in the way that her muscle is gonna break. And then when she gets home, she gonna eat it properly, she gonna rest it right, and her glutes is gonna grow.
Which we can actually lead this into our number 2 point is progressive overload.
So I would say you get the workout that you must feel. Is the other thing that I do have with my clients is this communication. So I ask, where are you feeling? Here. Okay, you feeling the right way. What are you feeling? I don't feel at all, mom. I try correct the form. I try to explain, but some clients just not feeling. I don't do the exercise with them. Why? We are not here to lose time. Please stop to lose time at the gym. Go for effective exercise. Okay, so I feel that one. Okay, so do it 15 reps. How was the last rep? Oh, I was hard. Okay, so we're gonna drop for 12 because the point on the exercise in a specific is go heavier. So if you did in 15 and it was hard on the 15, I'm gonna add some weight and I'm gonna drop to 12. And then my client is gonna do it. And on the last one, she needs to feel like talking with God to finish the exercise.
And I think that's something that people, especially when you're working out by yourself, you don't really push the boundary. And in fact, this is why I hired you to train me in my glute workouts, is because I know no matter how much history I have working out, how much knowledge, how much motivation and discipline, I know just inherently, like, I will never push myself to the levels that you push me. And that is progressive overload. Progressive overload is increasing the weight or increasing the reps to failure so that you are feeling like at the end of your set, you, like Anna said, need to say a prayer to God to help you get through the last few. But you need to be pushing yourself to that limit where you are feeling like, I cannot get another rep in and then do that rep.
Yes.
Or I cannot go up in more weight, but challenge yourself to go up in weight.
And why that is important? Because without do that, you're not gonna break your muscle. Do you know the feeling that you are doing in the last two? You feel like burning. You feel like your muscle is almost break apart. Those last two are actually the reps that is working on the goals. That means the 10 before was important to bring you to this fatigue, to this point. But that's true. When you push harder, when you keep doing, it's gonna break your fiber. And why I'm talking about glutes in specific, because it's the hardest muscle to grow. So it's very important. Oh, but I cannot go too heavy. Do more reps. Bring it.
And if you think you cannot go too heavy, it's for two reasons. It's either one, you have an injury, in which case, absolutely, you should only go at the level which you're comfortable or it feels okay. Or two, you think you're going to get too bulky. For the upper body, especially, women think that they will get too bulky. First of all, it is really, really hard to build muscle. Like, if you're doing everything perfect for a year, you might put on 5 pounds of muscle, maybe distributed across your entire body.
Doing everything right. Food, sleep, workout, everything.
Yes.
Supplements.
Yes.
Everything.
But it's not the case. Like, you're just not going to get bulky. And now we can transition to the third thing, which is proper nutrition. Because while I will say you're not going to get bulky, if you eat in a surplus for an extended period of time, and if you are lifting weights on a regular basis and doing all the other things right, you will put on mass. And if you're putting on fat at the same time you're putting on muscle mass, you're going to look bulky. But I promise you that if you are eating in a way to fuel your body with the right balance of macros in the right stage of where you're at in terms of like, building muscle, maintaining or a deficit, you will not be bulky. It's just impossible. But in this case, if you don't, you can be.
Let's say you are overweight and you want to lose your weight. You're gonna see your body changing because you're gonna be losing the fat, but you're not gonna see the scale going too much different because you are building muscle. So that is not a booking, but it's still a process that you're gonna gain, even you losing. But what I like to do to my girls, so I'm not ever overbook them, they eat a little bit more for 2 months, they gain some weight. Then I start to cut a little, slow drop the calorie. And then I increase it again. And then I drop again. That is the way that you're not going to shock by the weights that you're going to gain. But if you need to build muscle or for your health, or if you are overweight, you still need to build a muscle to be healthy. So you're going to look much better, but the scale is going to say 3 only pounds less.
Just get off the scale. I have not weighed myself since I've been back from vacation because it literally does not matter. I do not care what the scale says. It will fuck with my head. And as long as I'm fitting in my clothes, as long as I feel comfortable in a bikini, because it's still summertime, I am happy. I refuse to get on the scale.
I was without to weight myself, but then I start be better in everything. And
when you have certain goals, you want to see the impact of that.
Again because I lost 4 pounds and I was excited, and then I weighed again. I was at the same 4 pounds that I lost, so not liar.
I know.
So I already break up with the scale again.
But it's such a I don't want to say it's a bad habit to weigh yourself, but it's such a false sense of your progress. Let's go back to managing your diet, right? As in our number 3 pillar in terms of changing your body composition, because I actually don't think it's just a balance of your calories, right? 2 points I want to make. Number 1 is that I think a lot of our viewers who are not competitors might be the type who have hung on to this, I think, like cultural ideology that like, I need to eat less. I have this fitness goal in my mind. I want to lose weight. I'm going to do all these things. And so I'm working out in the gym, progressive overload. I'm doing so much cardio and I'm going to cut my calories because like that combination is going to make sure I lose weight as fast as possible. But that in itself is a huge detriment to progress. Like cutting your calories, doing hours of cardio while you're doing weights, basically all cancels each other out. You are not building muscle. You are maybe losing fat, probably a lot of water, probably some muscle. Your body's stressed out. It's holding on to water. So it's like your metabolism is stressed out. It's like all of the wrong things convoluted in order for your body not to like really work at its optimal. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think it has a lot of things that is going to help you or hold you from the lose weight process or the body composition process. First, sometimes you are not losing weight because you do need to check your health to see is everything working well. That is when you cannot freaking out and think like whatever I'm doing is nothing gonna work out and never gonna lose weight. It's not that. But hey, what are you eating? It's not only the calorie. You cannot just have one meal a day and this meal be like, chips or tortilla or a bunch of fruits or even like just the protein. It's not that. Your body needs to be like very well distributed.
That was going to be my second point, is the focus on the macros and what you are eating. Like that is a huge part of it.
Yeah. Starving yourself is not right. You like don't know what you put in your body. Also,
and
it's not.
Why starve yourself? I always wonder this, and it's because people don't know. But why starve yourself when you could just eat a balanced macro diet and have much more of an impact?
I can tell you some reasons.
Really? For starving?
Yeah, what people do is not right.
Yeah.
But they don't like the health food, so they prefer to not eat. They prefer to be starving than eat veggies,
that's amazing,
protein, and carbs. I'm related to that.
Really? You like sugar?
No, I couldn't eat more veggies and feel fuller, but I don't like much veggies.
But you don't have to eat vegetables. You could have steak. You could have, or even this. You could have lean ground beef. You could have a whole wheat tortilla with some avocado.
It's what I do.
And you're getting your macros.
For me. But the other people has not the knowledge, baby.
Yeah.
And they just think like, if I starve myself the whole day and then I have a half a burrito, or a McDonald's, it's going to be 700 calories.
That's right.
I'm on the deficit, right?
That's right.
But I'm going to tell you right now, don't do that. Don't do that, baby. Don't do that. You know why? Is when you start to lose control of yourself and your relationship with food start to be terrible. So may at the first time you're gonna lose a lot of weight, then your body gonna be intoxicated, then you're gonna feel like you are in the plateau mood, and actually your body is starving, very sensitive because you're not giving like the nutrients that you need to survive,
Yeah, your hair will start falling out, your skin will look like shit, your nails will be brittle. You just won't have the energy. I get it. I think I've been in this like way of eating for so long that like I forget what society is like.
I do because I need it. You do because you love it.
I do. I love it. I don't know why. I love it. I love it so much.
No, I have salad. I have the veggies that I like. I have veggies every day. But what I mean is, of course, now I'm much better. But I didn't grow up with a lot of veggies on my table. In my house, it was more like, some salad and protein, carbs, fat, chocolate. But the point is, it's a habit, and I force myself because I know it's better for me. Not only because it's gonna feel it, I'm gonna feel full, but it's because the nutrients that has on the veggies is gonna help your body to work better, to be more, will help with the inflammation, will help with so many things.
So many things. I was just thinking, because my husband the other day, this weekend, we were going to make a sandwich, and I've made it a point to only eat Ezekiel bread in our house because Ezekiel bread is so good for you. Like it's like all natural, ingredients are really healthy. And he was like, oh, I want a sandwich. I don't want to eat Ezekiel bread. And I said, grow the fuck up.
Yes.
Grow the fuck up, because you are 50 years old now. You are not a child. Stop eating like a child and actually eat to like provide your body nutrients. I was so annoyed with him. I'm like, shut up.
And once you are outside in a restaurant or whatever, you eat the normal bread.
Yes.
You eat the sandwich the way that you love it.
Never have it.
Exactly. It's not like they eliminate it forever, But it's just like, okay, if I do wanna looking good, but also living better, the choice that I make daily needs to be on the same page.
And just like I said, if I have more time at the gym, I might do a couple more workouts because I have time at that moment. Yeah. It's just like him this weekend. You had the chance to eat Ezekiel bread. There's no other bread in the house. So eat the Ezekiel bread. And when that's not available to you and there's only other bread, eat that bread. But
enjoy it without to feel guilt.
Yes.
Because I think that also, life. But what we know is, even we are not intolerant to gluten, it's not a good thing. If you're not intolerant to lactose, it's not a good thing. Why the athletes look so good? Because they don't eat that shit, But that's okay. You want to eat. Okay, but try to make a good choice if you do want to change your body composition. Again, today we are talking about this. Okay, so to have the body with the composition that is ideal, you cannot have a lifestyle that is a different.
You can't be eating a 700 calorie McDonald's meal and try to work out and do cardio and have this body that you envision in your mind. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. Nothing about it is going to work. And again, that body composition that like we all have it, right? Like I want to look like this. Like this is ideal to me. That body is a healthy body. It is not one that eats shit at the drive-thru or a whole thing of ice cream at night. And like, don't get me wrong, there is a time and a place for everything. You don't have to eliminate everything or anything from your diet at all. But it's the balance, like you said, of the macronutrients. It's making sure that you get 1 gram of protein per desired body weight pound, because it's going to help fuel your muscles. It's going to help your efforts in the gym. It's going to help make you fuller for longer. It's going to help the thermogenesis of like burning calories.
When you eat protein, you burn 30% of the calorie just by digestion. Eat real food. You're going to see like when I do like the meal plan at the first time for most of my clients who never experienced that, they say like, oh my God, it's so many food. I cannot handle that.
Yeah, mine too.
On the first week is a little bit of struggle because it's food, so the quantity is more.
It's whole food, single ingredient food. So what you would get in like chicken or like, like a protein, rice or potatoes, some vegetables, some avocado or healthy fats for 700 calories is so much food.
Oh my God.
Like so much food.
And then they start to get used it, and then the body starts to work better. Then they start to get hungry because finally speed up the metabolism.
Yes.
You're gonna have more energy, so you're gonna burn more calorie at the gym. You're gonna do your cardio better. So instead to do like an hour cardio, like dying, you're gonna maybe do like a HIIT for 20 minutes and feel good.
Yeah.
And boom, done.
That's the thing about that. When you eat whole foods and you get off the processed junk and the fast food and all the sweets and everything else, you can literally get so much more from your workouts. So you're right. Like instead of doing an hour on the cardio, cardio machine, because you're dieting 1,000 calories that it just happens to be junk food, you can split that in half and get even better results because your body is not stressed out and trying to break down all this processed food. It's actually fueled now. And it's like everything's running like on all cylinders. That's such a great feeling. And I feel like, God, when people get to that point, it's so good.
I just want you guys try it.
Yeah.
Just try it.
Yeah.
Because even me that I always bring like my reality because I just decide that I want to be honest. I don't want to be here as a trainer. Yeah, I know I do look good because I work my ass off every day. I could look better, but life is life and I do what I can every day. I try to do better. And that is the thing. Why I decide to talk so openly about that because it's every day. It's every day. I work every day on my eating disorder. I work every day to not put myself on the second plan because every small decision is gonna bring me where I am right now. So back into talking about body composition. If you wanna lose fat and gain muscle, you're gonna may work on the deficit first. So you're gonna, if your priority is lose fat, so you wanna look skinny, you already have some muscle in there. If you wanna gain muscle, you're gonna eat more than what you using during the day, but the right food, more carbs, since you wanna book.
I appreciate you because you are so honest about like your eating and your sweets and like the eating disorder that you've had and still continue to struggle with. And I feel like I just kind of sit here like, oh, I'm perfect. I don't know what that feels like. But I have my own shit too, and I guess like it's not that I ever try to hide it, but like I don't think about it as I've not had a disordered eating problem. But even just today, I'm like eating a bag of whatever's left in the tortilla chip bag, and I'm like I could stop, but I'm not going to. And I know that's maybe nothing on the scale, but I mean it is hard for me too to peel myself away from bad habits or to practice what I preach or what I know is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have my same shit day after day after day that like I struggle with too, but I think I'm just very used to it. But it's still, if anybody followed me around for a day on any given day, it's not perfect.
Yeah, well, I think we have two different things here. You being on prep in the last 3 years, so you're very committed with your goals. So whatever the temptation was, you'll say like, no, I could die here, but I'm not gonna eat that because I have a show.
Yeah.
Now for the first time, like, hey, I need a voice.
I don't have a show. I don't have anything. I don't have anything stopping me except for me when I want to.
And that is the difference. I know you're not gonna get where I am because your voice that stop you to eat the whole thing is louder and stronger than your wish. We all have our struggles,
Yeah. But I just, like, in transparency, like, I just feel like I don't talk enough about, like, what my own vices are, but I definitely have them. But
we want to know it.
I know. I'm going to start making a journal of it. Like, oh, here I ate this, Yeah, exactly. It's good also to be like, oh, I need to get my shit together. Like, no wonder I gained weight. But anyway, okay. So let's move on. We can go all day about nutrition because we're very passionate about that. There's so much information, but let's talk about number 4 out of 5. And that is, and we talk about this all the time and we don't need to spend that much time on it, but proper sleep and recovery. And I think that for some people who are type A personalities or who are very ambitious about achieving your goals, you can just go. I have energy, I have time 6-7 days a week, and you want to hit the gym. And for so many reasons, that's going to cause you to be less effective at achieving your goal than if you maybe went 5, everything in moderation, and gave your body proper time to rest. And sleep is a big part of that.
Yeah, I think sleep and water is basic.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not everybody who does.
Yeah.
So we always gonna say that because again, you cannot move to the other things if you cannot handle the basic that is sleep and rest properly. Because if your muscle is still fatigued, you cannot work out again. And here we have an amazing example of that. We've been work out 3 times a week for 2 years. Right? Almost 3 years.
Yeah.
No, I think 2 years and a half because we start the beginning of the year, moved to 2 times a week.
Yeah.
So why we decide that?
So yeah, we were doing glutes. We were doing
Glutes.
lower body
Yes.
3 days a week. Monday,
Yes.
Wednesday, Friday.
We are doing like, and very intense, very hard. Every time that she see me, she starts to have a PTSD. Her body starts to shake.
Whatever. I
Like,
loved it. I'm
start
like, it was when I reduced it that I was like, I can't handle
Oh
it.
my
I
God,
need to go.
I don't know how. And why we decided, even we were so sad about the decision, her body needs rest.
We decided to go down to 2 days, Monday,
we decided
Fridays.
to do Monday and Fridays. So on Wednesday she does mobility that helps everything that she does in the gym. But Monday do some areas of her lower body, and Friday the other areas. But Anna, it's everybody needs to do the same? No. Andreas, she doesn't do quads because her quads is very dominated. We don't want to grow this area. So now we are doing a little bit just for her health muscle. So it's why that is the best for her workout. And it's why to have someone who gonna, if you don't have the knowledge, gonna like, okay, this day you're gonna do this muscle, the other day you're gonna do the different muscle. Otherwise, you just going to the gym, burning out your muscle. For example, you work out your back today. Give 3-4 days, so you're gonna do back again. I think it's, in my opinion, the best way to you give rest to your muscle and they're gonna grow.
And we've seen a lot of changes in my body since we went down from 3 days to 2 days, which just validates the fact that I needed more rest. I need more recovery in between workouts in order to get to my goals faster. It's so crazy. Like go back to your point at the beginning, like working smarter, not harder. It's just crazy how you can get such effective results when you really take into consideration.
Yeah, I think sometimes we get so anxious about to get what we want, and we don't take a breath, like, and organize our thoughts and do the strategy right. So we want to do everything that we see, everything that people tell to us to do. And I don't think that is the best way, especially when you're talking about, grow muscle. It's a little hard, natural way. And even you're going to take anything, it's not anything is gonna replace your habits at the gym and at home. So
exactly. And I think it's really important to listen to your body. We're so easily influenced by what everybody else is doing, what we're seeing on social media. But I remember coming back from like a ski trip and I was making a list of things that I wanted to accomplish physically for the 2024. And just thinking about my body and the way that it felt, it occurred to me, like, I think we should try 2 days because my body was telling me, and even though we thought for so long, like 3 days, we had it broken up so strategically that we thought we weren't fatiguing my body to the point where it wouldn't be able to grow. But like just being in tune with your body is so important.
And we push it like it's okay, let's see, but maybe that is the best decision. But once we made the decision, we realized that, we're the best.
If you're listening to your body and really in tune with it and really working on that progressive overload in the gym, you'll know, like, okay, I need another day or two, right? Or I'm okay. I can go hit that body part again today. So just listen more to yourself and less to what other people are doing or saying.
Exactly.
And then the fifth one is something that's pretty simple, and it's supplements. What supplements to take, if any? And to be honest, I don't think that this is like such a critical part of maximizing your growth or changing your body composition, but I do really think creatine is high on my list. I take creatine every single day. And another supplement, which is, I guess, a supplement, but not really, protein powder.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think it's really hard for people, especially when they have not been focused on protein or who may not love protein that much, to get adequate protein. And it's okay to use protein powder as a supplement every day, as a shake or a smoothie or whatever, to get it in.
Yeah, I agree.
Are there any other supplements that you would recommend?
No, I think that is the basic. You're never gonna get enough protein if you don't have the protein powder. Especially if you are on the grow, because nobody, especially lifestyle, us, we can eat, I use it to eat fish at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I don't care. But if you're a lifestyle, how you gonna eat? You're gonna have chicken 4 times a day.
Yeah, it's a lot. And even
it's a lot.
Now that I'm not competing and trying to get 145 grams of protein in my diet, it is a lot.
It's like a lot.
And I, in the last week or so, I've thought about like, do I need this protein? Should I really be having this much protein? Because it's so much.
I know.
But
You
I
need
do.
to feed your body.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I do. 1 gram of protein per pound of like, I'm roughly around 145, I think, or that's where I'm comfortable sitting. And so I just do. But I have 1 protein shake every single day.
Yeah, and sometimes I have two because sometimes my mornings is I'm always on the go, so it's easier for me.
Yeah.
In nighttime, I'm craving some sweet, so I do my recipes, and that is the thing. Make the way that works for you. Have so many ways to you to get that. You don't need to be like locked in some strategy that you did before or that your friend has done. No, I think the supplement is helpful. Oh, if I don't take it supplement, I'm not gonna gain muscle. You will. That is not thing that you need to do, but it's gonna help the journey, the process.
Yeah.
And anything that's gonna help is gonna be welcome.
Well, and creatine is the most well-studied supplement that's on the market. It has numerous health benefits in addition to helping with muscle protein synthesis. A lot of other
It's good for your health. At
great.
first
It's
place.
good for your health. So if anybody is like, should I take creatine? I don't. Even my mom, who never was worked out a day in her life, I'm like, take creatine. Yes, there's absolutely applications that can help your health.
Yeah.
So 100%, we're big fans of creatine.
Yeah,
and then
100%.
protein powder. One thing I want to mention about that is, and I don't know if this is just because I take a plant-based protein powder, but look at the sugar content. Try to get something with no added sugar in it. Look for something with like a lower sodium content. I think especially plant-based protein powders have like high sodium for whatever reason. And like look at minimal ingredients. There's one that I have that's plant-based that's called Birdman. I get it on Amazon, but I think it has like 5 ingredients or something, 7 or something. Very low ingredients, but it's still high sodium, which I hate, but
but
kids can't be perfect.
at the end of the day, you still health, you still giving to your body the nutrients that your body needs. You drink your water, you do your cardio, the combination, it's not like affected you. But also is that that it's high in sodium. So your next meal you're gonna try to balance out.
Yeah.
And that is life.
Exactly.
But we were very excited about talking about this topic. It's just because gain muscle, it is not only for your body look good, look symmetric, but for your health. I know, girl, that they wanna look skinny and no muscle.
Yeah. Selling Sunset.
Exactly.
our friends on Selling Sunset.
Oh my God, I cannot wait 2 weeks. But just try open up a little bit your mind. You don't need to be bigger. You don't need to look like nobody else. But muscle is a good thing. And in order to again follow these 5 steps, thinking about them, trying to make your lifestyle according the 5 steps. If you like try to follow in your day few of the steps, you're gonna be working on the right direction.
I think it's perfect. So hopefully these were helpful. We could probably go on forever, but we will spare you. If you found this episode interesting, please like, subscribe, share with a friend, somebody who you think would benefit from this. And that's it. So we will talk to you next time on Behind the Body.
Bye.
Bye.